Hidden fruit legends. 7 hardy fruit that grow freely and surprise every season. Welcome back to the channel. Today we re-diving into something every home gardener will love. Hidden fruit legends. 7 hardy fruit that grow freely and surprise every season. From juicy berries that pop up with little fuss to resilient trees that reward you year after year, we're sharing real growing tips, surprising facts, and simple advice to help you grow delicious fruit right in your garden or patio. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned plant lover, you'll discover how these hardy plants thrive with minimal care and give you fresh, tasty harvests you might not expect. Let's get started and uncover the secrets behind these remarkable fruit legends. One, strawberries, little sweet powerhouses you can grow anywhere. Strawberries are one of the most rewarding fruits to grow at home because they start giving delicious fruit quickly and don't need a huge garden space. These plants thrive in sunny areas with well-drained soil and can even flourish in pots, hanging baskets, or window boxes if you re-short on yard space, making fresh berries possible for almost everyone. Strawberries send out runners that root easily, so once they get established, they tend to spread and come back year after year with minimal fuss. When you see those bright red berries ripening in the sun, it's hard not to feel proud and excited about growing fruit right in your own backyard. The beauty of strawberries is how friendly they are for beginners. You don't need expert knowledge or expensive tools to get started. Plant them where they can receive at least 6 hours of sunlight daily, because the more sun they get, the sweeter and juicier the fruit becomes. They also prefer soil that doesn't stay soggy, so if you're growing them in containers, make sure they have good drainage. Regular watering and occasional feeding with a balanced fertilizer will keep them productive, and before you know it, you'll be snacking on berries fresh from the vine. One of the coolest things about strawberries is how fast they can surprise you with crops compared to many fruit trees. Many varieties will produce fruit in their first year after planting, especially if planted in early spring or as established nursery plants. Because they are low to the ground and grow in clusters, harvesting is simple and joyful. It feels like nature is giving you a gift every few days. No wonder gardeners everywhere love these sweet little fruits that seem to grow almost freely once they re-happy. Two, apples, classic hardy trees for every garden. Apples are almost legendary when it comes to home fruit growing because they are classic, dependable fruit trees that many gardeners have planted for generations. These trees can be quite forgiving in a wide range of climates and soil types, which makes them a reliable choice for both beginners and seasoned gardeners. Some apple cultivars are very hardy and can tolerate colder winters or variable weather while still producing a steady crop of crisp, juicy fruit. That hardy nature is why apple trees are often one of the first fruit trees people try in their own yards. Apple trees also come in different sizes and varieties, so you can pick the right one for your space, from full-sized orchard trees to dwarf types that fit into smaller gardens or even larger containers. The goal is the same: sunlight, good soil drainage, and occasional care like watering and pruning to help them stay strong and productive. In many regions, apple trees will bloom beautifully in spring and produce fruit ready for harvest in late summer or autumn, giving you a cycle of seasonal delight year after year. One of the coolest things about apples is how familiar and satisfying they are. Walking out to pick a crisp apple from your own backyard tree feels like a storybook moment, and it is not just pretty, it's practical too. Homegrown apples are great for eating fresh, baking into pies, making sauces, or even preserving for later, so each harvest can turn into many delicious memories. 3. Blackberries, wild-friendly and fiercely fruitful. Blackberries are the kind of fruit plants that seem almost wild at heart, growing freely along fences, hedges, and garden edges in many regions. But don't let their rugged look fool you. These plants are actually very easy to grow and can produce abundant fruit with relatively little care once they get established. Blackberries send out long arching stems that, when supported by a trellis or fence, will cascade with juicy, dark berries that taste amazing fresh or in jams. Because blackberries are so adaptable, they thrive in a range of soil types and don't demand perfect conditions to fruit well. Most blackberry varieties are hardy and resistant to many common problems that other fruit plants face, so new growers often find success quickly. That means you'll spend more time enjoying the harvest and less time worrying about maintenance. Once blackberry canes are established, they tend to come back year after year, sending up new shoots from the roots and spreading gently if given room to grow. Their flowers attract beneficial insects, and the berries feed birds and people alike, creating a vibrant, lively garden ecosystem. Fresh blackberry picking, especially on a sunny afternoon, is one of those simple joys that makes home gardening deeply rewarding. Four. Blueberries, sweet, colorful bush that reward patient care. Blueberries are small berry bush that may look humble, but they offer rich, sweet fruit that delights gardeners who give them a bit of patience and care. These shrubs prefer sunny spots and soil that stays moist but drains well, and they'll reward you with clusters of deep blue fruit year after year. Because blueberries are native to woodland areas, they thrive when planted where they get at least 6 hours of direct sun each day and protection from strong winds that might damage young shoots. Once established, they form a lovely patch of berry bushes that become a seasonal highlight in any garden. Growing blueberries successfully means paying attention to soil acidity, which is more critical for these plants than for most other garden fruits. Blueberries like soil that's slightly acidic, meaning the pH should be low, so you might mix in organic matter like peat moss or compost to help the roots thrive. Poorly drained soil or high pH conditions will slow growth and reduce fruiting, so preparing the ground before planting makes a big difference for future harvests. When you see the first tiny berries start to form, it's a rewarding moment that makes all the soil prep worth it. Although blueberries sometimes take a little longer to start producing fruit compared with ground cover berries like strawberries, their payoff can be spectacular. With regular watering, somewhere with steady sunshine, and occasional pruning or feeding, these bush will continue to thrive for many seasons. Many gardeners also find that blueberries attract pollinators like bees, which help increase fruit set and bring even more life into the garden space. Whether you pick them fresh for snacks or use them in desserts, blueberries make a wonderful addition to any fruit garden. Five. Pears, hardy trees with sweet, juicy rewards. Pears are classic fruit trees that have been grown in gardens around the world for centuries, and they're known for being hardy, dependable producers once properly established. Many pear varieties can tolerate cooler climates and seasons, making them ideal for home orchards where winter weather is a concern. These trees flourish with steady sunshine and well-drained soil, and once you plant them in a good spot, they tend to return more fruit each year as they mature. Pears also bring a beautiful structure to the garden, growing into graceful trees that blossom in spring and ripen fruit by late summer into autumn. One of the easiest ways to help pear trees succeed is by choosing varieties suited to your local conditions. especially if your region sees cold winters or unpredictable frost. Hardy types like burr hardy and conference are well known for surviving winter weather without special protection, as long as they're planted correctly and mulched well. The trees do best when they receive regular sunlight, which encourage flowers and fruit to develop fully before harvest time. As those pears begin to fill out on the branches, you'll appreciate how a little patience in their early years leads to abundant autumn harvests later. Even though young pear trees may need some pruning and care to shape them and keep them healthy, once established they're not high maintenance compared with many other fruit trees. A yearly pruning session in the dormant season helps to open the canopy, letting in sunshine and improving airflow so diseases are less likely. This gentle attention early on makes harvesting easier when pears become heavy on the limbs, letting you enjoy sweet, juicy fruit straight from your backyard. Over time, pears can offer years of delicious returns with far less effort once the tree is settled into the earth. Six, goji berries, hardy superfood shrubs with vibrant harvests. Goji berries, sometimes called wolfberries, are shrubs that produce bright red berries loaded with antioxidants and vitamins, making them a superfood favorite in many home gardens. These hardy bushes do well in full sun with well-drained soil, and once they settle into their space, they're relatively low maintenance, thriving even in windy or coastal areas where other plants struggle. Their long history of cultivation in Asia and now around the world shows how adaptable and resilient they can be, rewarding gardeners with fruit even when conditions aren't perfect. For many growers, goji berries are a joyful surprise because they combine healthful fruit with easy gardening success. When planting goji bushes, it's best to give them a sunny spot and room to grow because the plants can spread and reach up to a few meters wide and tall. Regular watering during the first growing seasons helps the roots become strong, but once established, these shrubs are fairly drought tolerant and won't complain in dry spells. Birds and insects may visit the bushes, attracted to the flowers before fruiting, and that's part of what brings life and energy to your garden space. Watching the red berries ripen in late summer brings a sense of accomplishment that few fruit plants can match. One thing many gardeners enjoy about goji berries is how they blend beautiful garden form with tasty yields. The bushes look lovely when flowering and deliver fruit that is delicious fresh or dried. Annual pruning helps keep the plants healthy and encourage better fruiting by removing older stems and making space for new growth. Once you start picking those vibrant berries and using them in smoothies, teas, or baking, you'll understand why goji berries are celebrated for both flavor and nutrition. These shrubs may surprise you each season with more fruit than you expect, proving how rewarding hardy fruit plants can be. 7. Loquats, exotic sweet gems that flower when others don't. Loquats are unique fruit trees with an almost tropical appeal, producing sweet, tangy fruit in clusters that often ripen in early spring or late winter when few other fruits are ready. This unusual timing makes them a delightful surprise in any garden, especially after months without fresh homegrown fruit to enjoy. Loquat fruit can be eaten straight off the tree, used in jams and desserts, or blended into refreshing drinks because of their rich, aromatic flavor. The trees themselves add beauty with glossy leaves and delicate flowers, making them a joy to grow even before the fruit appears. One striking thing about loquats is how easy they are to care for once settled. These trees thrive in subtropical and mild temperate areas and will produce fruit year after year with basic sunlight and watering. The blossoms appear in autumn or early winter, giving your garden color and fragrance during months when most plants aren't blooming. When warm days return, those blossoms transform into ripe, sweet fruit that's often ready long before summer fruits start. It's like discovering a hidden treasure in your own backyard, a harvest of juicy, golden loquats that reward you for planting and patience. While loquat seeds and leaves contain compounds that are slightly toxic if eaten in large amounts, the fruit itself is safe and delicious when ripe and fully orange. For safety, gardeners harvest just the fruit and enjoy it fresh or cooked into delightful treats that showcase its flavor. Many people say loquats are even better than expected, a blend of peach, citrus, and mango taste that feels exotic yet comforting. Harvesting loquats as they ripen becomes a seasonal tradition, adding a bright note of sweetness to the quiet months of the year.